When it comes to how to purchase a home, most people don't know how they start looking, what the process is, or even which inspectors to hire. I'm going to answer these questions along with many others you may have as I explain from start to finish the steps needed to buy a home. Preparation is the first step of the home buying process, which combines 3 mini steps into one, mainly because they're all done simultaneously. The first part is to get pre-approved. I go into detail in my Getting Pre-Approved video, but it basically consists of gathering your financial information and giving it to whoever is going to do your loan. Once you've been pre-approved and know what your price range is, you're likely going to want to start looking. The next step would be to conduct an online search and see what houses and neighborhoods fit your price range. Once you start searching online, you're likely to see 50, 100, or even more properties that fit your criteria. Do you know if you're shopping for a condo, for a townhouse, or for a detached house? I discussed the difference between these in my condo versus townhouse versus detached home video. Along with an online search, most of my clients like to drive the neighborhoods to get a feel of the area they're looking at from their computer to help narrow their search even further. This would be what I consider the third part of the initial first step. In step 2 of the home buying process, you begin to go out and look at the interior of properties. By now, you should have narrowed the massive amount of homes that originally fit your criteria into a few select neighborhoods. As you go and see these homes, you'll start to get an even better idea on how to narrow your search even further. Once you have found the home you want, you send in your competitive offer. Be sure you have a realistic timeline of hearing back from the seller. These timelines can vary greatly, as I discussed in my foreclosure REO versus short sale versus regular sale video. Once your offer is accepted, the third step in the home buying process begins. There are a few mini steps you must take care of simultaneously on this one as well. First, you have to send in your deposit to an escrow company. This will start a timeline, or a countdown if you will, for you to do all your inspections, have an appraisal done, and finally close escrow. There are inspections for literally anything that you can imagine. Roof inspection, home inspection, sewer inspection, soils and engineering inspections, and so forth. In my area, there are usually 4 inspections that I always suggest. The first is a general home inspection, which covers the general overall condition of the property from foundation to roof. The second most recommended would be a termite inspector who also checks for dry rot, something which is very common in the Bay Area due to the proximity of the ocean. The third would be a roof inspector. The last inspection is for your sewer lateral, which generally speaking checks the connection of your sewer line from your home to the street. This isn't required with newer homes or homes with a septic system, but in most of my market it's a local requirement. Along with my 4 recommended inspections, there may be others depending on the type or location of home that you buy. For example, some cities require additional inspections be done. Also, if you're buying a home on a hill or a steep slope, you may want to pay for an engineer to check on the soil and the general foundation to make sure the house will remain stable over time. Along with the inspections, you need to provide detailed financial information to whoever is doing your loan. Simultaneously, they will also schedule an appraiser to come out and evaluate the property. All the inspections and lender requirements must be done within a time frame which I discuss further in my contingencies video. Also, if you want further detailed information about just the home loan process, you can check out my home loan process video. For the fourth step, all of your inspections have been done along with the appraisal, and your contingencies have all been removed. At this point, if you choose to back out of the deal for whatever reason, the seller can keep your deposit for basically wasting their time. Throughout this process, don't be surprised if your lender again will likely need newly updated information and maybe even some additional info he or she didn't request beforehand. Once you start to near the end of the escrow process, you'll need to prepare your funds to be sent over to the escrow company. At about the same time, a representative from escrow will inform you that your loan docs have arrived and are ready to be signed. After you get to sign the huge stack of loan docs, the escrow officer will let you know when and how to pay the remaining balance that will be due from you. In the fifth and final step, you pay all the funds that were requested by escrow and you wait the last few days while everything is transferred from seller to buyer and vice versa. Escrow will also record all the necessary documents with the local county office, and after this final step is done, you collect all the paperwork you've signed and most importantly, you get the keys to your new home. But before you get too excited, don't forget you're still going to have to switch all the utilities to your name, including the electric, water, and the garbage. Remember my suggestions on inspectors. They're worth every single penny that they charge. Even my most experienced buyers use inspectors regularly. They've learned from others and past mistakes that it can save them thousands, if not tens of thousands of dollars down the road. Now that's good to know.